Have you ever been in a relationship that felt so right, until it suddenly wasn't? One day you're laughing, making plans for the future, feeling completely connected. And the next, it's like you're strangers. Conversations feel forced, tension fills the air, and what once felt solid starts to crumble. And you can't help but wonder, what happened? Here's the truth. Most relationships don't fall apart because of cheating, lack of attraction, or even communication issues. Those are symptoms. The real reason, the number one reason most relationships fail, is something far more subtle but incredibly powerful. And if you don't catch it in time, it can silently destroy even the most passionate, loving connection. Stick with me, because in this video we're going deep. We're going to uncover the real root cause behind relationship breakdowns, and more importantly, how you can avoid it completely. If you're serious about building a relationship that doesn't just survive, but thrives, this might be the most important relationship truth you ever hear. Before we dive in, if you care about love that lasts, if you're done with drama, confusion, and dead-end relationships, make sure you subscribe to Purely Love. We're here to help you love smarter, deeper, and more intentionally every single week. Let's get into it. So what is the number one reason most relationships fail? It's emotional disconnection. Not betrayal. Not arguments. Not falling out of love. It's when two people slowly stop feeling emotionally safe, seen, and connected. It doesn't happen overnight. It happens in the quiet spaces. Missed check-ins, unresolved hurts, emotional walls built brick by brick until you're lying next to someone who feels a million miles away. Emotional disconnection is like rust. At first, you barely notice it. But if you ignore it, it spreads. And eventually, it eats away at the foundation of your relationship until nothing stable is left. Here's what emotional disconnection sounds like. He just doesn't get me anymore. She's always on her phone. We barely talk. We don't fight, but we don't really connect either. I feel alone, even when we're together. If any of those feel familiar, don't panic. This isn't the end. In fact, recognizing the disconnection is the first step to reversing it. Because the good news is this: emotional connection can be rebuilt if both people are willing and intentional. Let's talk about why emotional disconnection happens in the first place. When relationships start, everything is fresh. You talk for hours. You're curious about each other. You're vulnerable. You share your past, your dreams, your fears. You make time. You prioritize each other. But over time, life gets busy. Routines settle in. Conversations become transactional. Emotional check-ins get replaced with small talk or silence. And here's the real danger. Most couples don't notice it's happening until it's already caused serious damage. They think they're okay because they're not fighting. But no fighting doesn't equal connection. In fact, many emotionally disconnected couples avoid conflict because they no longer feel safe being honest. That emotional safety, the glue that keeps love strong, is gone. So how do you fix it? How do you avoid the silent killer of relationships? You rebuild connection, intentionally, daily, and deeply. The first step is presence. In a world full of distractions, being fully present with your partner is a radical act of love. Put down your phone. Turn off the TV. Look them in the eye. Ask them how they're really feeling. And listen without interrupting or fixing. Just listen. Presence says, I see you. I'm here with you. You matter. If this is resonating with you so far, take a moment and subscribe to Purely Love. This channel exists to help you build not just romantic relationships, but emotionally rich, healthy connections that last. Let's keep going. The next step to rebuilding connection is emotional availability. This means being open, not just physically but emotionally. Can you share how you feel without fear? Can you admit when you're hurt, scared, or unsure? Emotional availability isn't about being perfect. It's about being honest. A lot of relationships fail because one or both partners have their guards up. Maybe they were hurt before. Maybe they fear rejection. So instead of leaning in, they pull back. They don't share their needs. They don't express their emotions. They assume their partner should just know. But love doesn't thrive on assumptions. It thrives on expression. Tell your partner when you feel distant. Share your inner world, even the messy parts. When you do, you give them permission to do the same. And that creates intimacy, the kind of intimacy that no amount of sex or surface-level conversation can replace. Here's another truth. Emotional connection requires curiosity. Do you still ask your partner questions? Do you know how they're changing, growing, struggling? Or have you assumed you already know everything there is to know about them? People evolve. Your partner today isn't the exact same person they were 6 months ago. And if you stop being curious, you stop discovering each other. That's when emotional disconnection creeps in, when you start living next to a stranger because you stopped exploring who they are becoming. So ask, what's been on your heart lately? Is there anything you've been needing from me that I've missed? How are you really? It's these little questions that reopen the doors of emotional connection. Let's talk about one more powerful antidote to disconnection: appreciation. Most relationships die from lack of appreciation, not abundance of conflict. When people feel unseen or unvalued, they start to shut down. But when they feel appreciated, they open up. Every day, find one thing to sincerely appreciate about your partner, and tell them. Not just thanks, but something specific. I love how you always make coffee for us in the morning. Thank you for being so patient with me today. I really admire how hard you work. Appreciation is love made visible. It builds emotional credit in your relationship bank account. And when hard moments come, and they will, you'll have a reservoir of connection to draw from. Now, let's be real. Rebuilding emotional connection takes effort. It won't happen from watching one video or having one deep talk. It happens daily, in small choices, in the way you show up, speak, listen, and lean in. And it takes two. One person can start the shift, but both people have to meet in the middle to make it last. So if you're in a relationship right now and you've noticed some disconnection, don't wait. Don't assume it'll fix itself. Be the one to go first. Say something. Ask something. Show up with heart. Your willingness to reconnect might just save your relationship. And if you're single, take this wisdom with you. Build future love on a foundation of emotional connection, not just chemistry or compatibility. Choose someone who meets you emotionally, who listens, who shares, who stays curious, who appreciates the real you. Before we close, take a moment and hit subscribe to Purely Love. We're building a community of emotionally intelligent, heart-led people who believe in real love, the kind that doesn't fade but grows. Let me leave you with this. Most relationships don't die with a bang. They die in silence, in small, missed moments, in unspoken needs, in slowly closing hearts. But they can be revived in presence, in vulnerability, in appreciation, in the courage to reconnect when things feel off. Don't let your love die quietly. Speak, listen, show up. Because the truth is, love isn't just about finding the right person, it's about becoming the right partner. And when two people are committed to emotionally connecting, even the hardest seasons can lead to the most beautiful growth. Thank you for being here. If this spoke to you, leave a comment below and tell me what part hit home for you. I'd love to hear your story. And remember, subscribe to Purely Love for weekly videos that help you love better, wiser, and deeper. I'll see you in the next one.